Oop.
Okay. I see we are live, brother. Let's see when we start coming across. We have to take some pictures too.
Yeah, like newer.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be like, oh, they kind of look, but they're a lot older now than they were.
All right. I see nothing coming up at this point.
More, I should probably. Let's see.
Oh, somebody's on. All right. When you jump on, say good morning. All right. Sophia's on. Awesome. I am so glad Sophia's on because I cannot find it on our
Hey, Sophie.
phone at all.
What's up with the fam? And the two boys.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
We want to go to your email.
Yep. So I hit the envelope. Haven't done this in a while, folks, since last year. So bear with us. And all I see is a click share, limited time offer while supplies last. Huh.
Nice, on YouTube. I've never checked YouTube.
I don't see a link there, Joel. Or did you send it to my Google?
No, I sent it to you. I'll send it again.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and get your coffee. And
Me? You're talking about the group.
yeah, the group.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Remember, make sure your coffee. Now, just before we got on here, Keith and I put our coffee in the microwave. It probably needs to be microwaved again. All right.
Yeah.
So sent. Let's see. Let's do that again to Keith.
Take this off.
Comcast, right?
Yeah. .net. Yeah.
Let's send it again.
So I go to this winery, right down by Linda's. Really beautiful place. Wine's okay. The t-shirts shrink.
Oh yeah.
I'll go back. It was a beautiful place.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is it here. Right?
Lands Point.
Lands, yeah, it's over pretty
Nice.
close to the old house there.
All right. See what you got there. I just sent it. I sent it to you twice to the same email. All right. Well, if not, we'll do that then. Linda's on. Good morning, Linda. Thanks for joining us. We're let's say a little rusty for our very first show of 2023. I forgot our soundboard, so there's going to be no wonderful laugh tracks. There's going to be no there's going to be none of that. I think you just click on it. Just click on it. See what happens. Bam! Keith just learned how to click on a link.
I
in his
usually
email.
put that into the Google because this
Into the browser.
into the other browser. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, and then we have to make sure that your volume is off.
Yeah. Right.
You're muted.
Got it.
Mute mic will do that.
Got it.
All right.
Got it. Huh? Okay. What's it look like now? Ooh. See, when I move mine,
I think we're good.
I still think. There you go. Don't look better.
Believe it or not, we were ready to go like a half hour ago.
Yeah, and I got up early and everything.
Okay, shall we get our show going?
Let me see if I can. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
Sophia.
your
Sophia.
comments and all that stuff.
Great, Sophia. Very good to see you. Guys. I'll come down to the house soon to see how's Johnny doing. Johnny's got to be probably a sophomore in college. Is that-
Wow, time
does
does fly. As
Yes,
we
yes.
discover his parents, right?
All right. Hey, guess what? What time is it, Joel?
Keith, what time
It is
is
time for Smack and Jack.
Just
I have none of my sound
Smack and
effects
Jack
here
Live.
either. Yeah, Smack and Jack Live 2023. Speaking of stuttering, you might think I've been up all night celebrating, but this is Dry January.
Very good. And go ahead.
Well, I got to say, I haven't done dry January. I did it last year. I am doing dry midweek through the early weekend.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, well
it's
done.
going well. Yeah. Mhm.
If we had a
Yeah,
full
right.
track here, I'd be pressing that button. Yeah.
Yes.
I am opposed to the whole dry January thing.
Yeah,
I think it's a myth,
it is a myth.
conspiracy, all the above.
And it's I think, you know who started it? There's people in China.
That's right. That is right. All right, G, should we get going here?
Yeah, let's go.
I got my coffee.
I got my coffee too. Sit back, relax. We got a great show, I'm pretty sure, coming up.
Yes. Here we
All right.
go. All right.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Slenderman.
Jack up your income, smack it in the face. Jack it up, jack it up, jack it up, smack it.
Yeah, we'll end it right there because we're certainly not smacking any debt.
We got to change. I love the music though.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're in the year 2023 now.
2023.
That introduction I have over here on my dashboard says introduction new August of 2018. So we've been
Wow.
using that introduction since 2018. I have done nothing since.
But I've
On
done
that
less
front.
than that though.
And you've done less than that. You're in the negative nothing.
Right. I've got to do a bunch of stuff just to come up to nothing.
That's right.
Wow.
Just to break even on the nothingness
Anyway,
scale.
yeah. Happy New Year, Joel.
Yeah, how's it
I don't
going,
think
man?
I've seen you since.
Christmas Day, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah.
you since the New Year.
Yeah. So happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
This is we did not do our New Year's Day show, which we have done in the past with the countdown timer. We
right.
both would get dressed
Yes,
up. We have
yes.
our hats
Right.
on.
Mhm. No, we didn't do Christmas. We didn't do
We-
Halloween.
Well, we did do Christmas, December 3rd.
Oh,
was
right,
kind of
yes,
our
okay.
Christmas show.
Right,
It was
yes.
early. We knew that. But we're going to try to get back on to at least maybe an every other week schedule.
Yeah, because you know
We both have some
I miss
busy
doing
schedules.
this. Miss hanging out with my little
Yeah.
brother and you guys, and I think it's fun. So get back into a little bit of.
So the Facebook and YouTube have definitely missed the blabber,
Oh yes. Mhm.
nonstop chatter that we provide on
And
Saturday
I
nights.
was telling you before, I've been watching a lot of. I have YouTube.
Mhm. Yep.
And I think if YouTube is the best value out there. Everybody's talking about this, a Sprinklefy or
Spotify.
That's not it. No, it's like something spot. All right, let's just call it Spotify, just because I can't come up with a better name. But it's something like that. And you know, you get music and you can and all this kind of stuff, and for probably $15 a month.
Mm.
YouTube is $10 a month, and I can watch a tutorial on how to lace your shoes,
Wow. And he probably needs
and
that.
not just one of them. You know, lace your shoes, and boom,
And then a bunch of them.
Yes.
Yeah. And they all have like 2 and 3 million views.
Yes, they do.
How
And
to
some
tie
of
your
them have
shoes.
sponsors, you know, we're just about ready to lace the other shoe, but we'll be right back. And there's, you know, the same guy, he's like hawking this shoelace care product. you know?
Right.
I don't know where I was going.
So
with that.
yeah, neither do I.
Well, none of those people are funny.
No. And we
I've watched a lot of these things just for informative or just, you know, if they're in a nice area or whatever, you know, kind of travel kind of things, but none of them make me laugh. And so we're not gonna change that. We're gonna make sure we don't make you laugh. What do we got going on, Joel?
I don't know. I'm
It's-
completely lost after that. All right, so first show of 2023. Yay!
Yeah.
We have a few people have passed on, so we'll touch on that.
Yes.
Obviously, some well-known people. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the football playoffs, NFL playoffs,
Yes.
because our Eagles are in there again.
That's this afternoon. At what time?
Actually, that I think that one's tonight. I think the Eagles game is tonight.
Oh, yes.
It
is
might be
tonight,
this
right.
afternoon,
Yeah, no,
but
it
I
is
think it might be
tonight.
tonight.
Yes.
Anyway, then there was a castle in Canada for sale
Wow.
that I thought might be a little interesting for us. We'll take just a minute on that. And then let's talk about breakfast foods. just because.
Yeah, I love breakfast.
Mhm.
I love breakfast foods. Let's not talk about the price of going out and paying
Now,
somebody.
we're gonna hold on to
give
that,
you
yes.
an egg that doesn't. 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes. You drop you crack an egg into boiling water. 3 minutes. You take it out. It's perfect.
Right. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
well, it's definitely
It's-
hot in here now.
it's-
It was
it's 3 minutes. I
was
can't
chilly.
understand it.
It was chilly in here just a minute
Yeah.
ago, folks. Now it's like really hot. All right,
Okay.
let's get into. Well, how about we start with the folks who have?
Oh yes, yeah. Well, normally
passed
this
on.
This is our Jerry Blavat. This is my
Yeah.
week in rock and roll history. It's turning into this weekend who passed away in rock and roll history. Jerry Blavat, the Geeter with the heater, has been a Philly fixture for.
Let me get the correct screen up
Here
here.
it was him. You just had him.
Yeah, I know. Let me go to my screen share. Go ahead. Good. You can.
I was just watching I know he's been around. You know, he was doing recently that oldies, the dance party week at night or something like that. 82 years old, and I just saw the other day he started out 13 years old on America Bandstand.
Oh, right.
He was
Yeah,
one of the
I remember
like
that, yeah.
those. They're not really paid, but they're like the people that could dance well. They'd always have them on the show.
Yes.
You know, with their,
Yeah.
and he looked exactly. It's really weird. He's 13 years old. He looked exactly like.
Just like
I'm
that.
serious.
Probably didn't have the gray hair, but
No, but it was kind of greased
Yeah.
back. Like everybody back then looked like they were 60.
that's awesome.
But anyway, and then apparently they got him into it when he was old enough to actually work, I guess. And then he's been a fixture of, and he was on the Monkees. I saw him a clip of the
Nice.
Monkees. He was on a whole
Yeah.
tons of stuff.
Yeah.
A real fixture of Philly rock and roll.
Mhm.
Just
So he was 82, right? Is that
82,
what you
yes,
said?
yeah. Now, I just heard complications from something. So, 82
Sure.
is a pretty good run.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So he passed this week, and then somebody else passed, David Crosby.
And this is Crosby of.
Crosby, Stills, Nash, and sometimes Young.
Oh, right.
Crosby, Stills, Nash, and
Young
which I just
were young.
found out from my dear friend Myron, who's we talk about music all the time. Myron's my big brother, I call him. And he told me that they're one of the first super groups. I didn't realize that they were but he was in the Byrds. Remember the Byrds?
Mhm.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man. I did not know that. Graham Nash was in the Hollies before, which I knew that. And what did I say? Crosby, Stills, Steven Stills. I don't know what he was in, but anyway. And then Neil Young was he was in what was he in? Buffalo, Springfield, something like that. So they were all kind of, but they were
Good
early, but they were
information,
really
yeah.
good. And a little bit before my time, but I grew to really appreciate it because they weren't quite as hippie-ish as some of the hippie stuff.
Right,
movement,
yeah.
They were it was just like folky kind of music. Anyway, of course, he didn't really take care of himself. You're not really
Yeah.
surprised, but he made it. He was 80 as well.
Was
I don't
he
know if was
in his 80s? I assume?
yeah, early 80s.
Yeah.
So anyway, another, this music isn't being reproduced.
No. Yeah.
Music today, I don't know what it is, but if you have a finger and a key and a
Mhm.
laptop, that's music.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Anyway.
And then the last one, probably most of us know of.
Yes, Lisa Marie Presley passed this. It's kind of sad.
She was my age.
Yeah,
She was actually almost a year older than me, but she was 54.
50,
Yeah.
yeah. And her famous father, she had a son that passed not too long ago, and just it's fame isn't everything,
Right.
You
You can think of having a privileged life,
but,
which I'm sure she did,
yes.
but it's
Still
got to
doesn't.
come with a lot of pressures. And I was just looking at this morning. I didn't get any pictures of her, but I was just looking at her pictures of her twin daughters, and then she has an older daughter too.
Okay.
Apparently,
I didn't know she had that many kids.
a couple
Yeah, I
different
didn't-
marriages in there.
Yes.
I think the older daughter is probably over 18, so there's no custody issue. The younger
Okay.
ones have a custody. They just went with their father, I think,
Okay.
full custody. And so let's hope that those children are
Mm, yeah.
and it's a sad situation. But
And she was married to Michael Jackson for a little bit.
Yep. Yep.
throws another wrench in the whole Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? But
Yeah,
anyway,
some
so that's,
interesting
yeah.
things there. But anyway, all right. So let's move
Yeah.
on to some happier news. The playoffs start today. The
Yes.
NFL playoffs start today, and we'll have just a chart up here of the.
Now, for people that don't quite know, and I'm one of them, the playoffs for
This would be the
Hockey.
the NFL playoffs. Ay, ay, ay.
Stupid.
Let's do this one here. How come I can never get? Oh, it's
this isn't for the NFC. What is this for tonight?
Okay, so playoffs today are for these are divisional rounds. I think
Okay.
we did wild card last week, divisional today. Okay, so last week the teams that just kind of scraped by to get into the playoffs
Mm-hmm.
just won enough. They played, and then now those teams play the each other, and then teams that had a bye. Okay, the Eagles had a bye last
Right,
week.
mhm.
Kansas City Chiefs had a bye last week because they were both the top teams in their conference. So last week was a pretty interesting weekend of football, I have to say. I try not to, involve myself into every single game that's on TV, but I did last week. Either here or there, trying to keep up with it as we're playing. The Jacksonville Chargers game was pretty awesome. Jacksonville was down 27-0. And they came back to win that game against the Chargers last week. Of course, and then the Cincinnati-Baltimore game, I don't know if you saw that, where Baltimore was right down to the goal line. Quarterback, I forget his name, went to jump into the end zone, puts the ball over. It was knocked out of his hands. The lineman from Cincinnati picked it up and ran all the way back to score a touchdown.
Yes.
I mean, just a crazy fluke
Mhm.
play to win the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all right, the concerning game
And
is
can
right over
if I
here.
could just jump in for a
Sure.
second, I
Yeah.
learned this past week that a bye week. I thought it was the teams like the Eagles took off and they went and bought stuff because they were real expensive. I mean, they were rich,
Right, so they went on
they bought
a spree,
stuff.
a buying spree.
But a bye, they're off that week, so they'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye week, right?
So bye, come back.
Yeah,
Man, we're missing that little
yeah, really, more than ever.
Damn.
Wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah,
exactly.
wah.
Okay, so the game that we're concerned about over here is Philadelphia and the Giants. I'm going to pick the Eagles over the Giants today. A lot of people are betting against the Eagles.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Are the Eagles going to win today? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say the Eagles win. I'm going to say that Dallas loses down here. San Francisco's
Okay.
been pretty good. They're going to beat Dallas. Over here, it's really hard to bet against Kansas City because they're just like a really good team.
Okay.
Over here, Cincinnati and Buffalo. That's a tough pick there because they're both really good teams. I'm going to go with Buffalo on that one.
Okay. Just because of Buffalo.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
love
because of
Buffalo.
what's his name? Right? Isn't that what?
Buffalo Bob.
No, the guy that got the heart attack.
Yeah. What was his name? Somebody type his name in. Jamar Hamlin. Was that his name?
And he was Buffalo?
He was on Buffalo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah, and the other part about that is I never found out what happened to the game that they canceled. That Monday night game was canceled.
Oh, right.
And how was that game accounted for in the standings?
Right, because that was a
did it just not matter whether either team won or lost that game? Would it still shake out where they were in the playoffs?
No, yeah. Mhm.
I haven't read up on that. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the ending result. of that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we should and Joel is the sports guy around here. So I mean, you're looking at the wrong person if you're asking a question, that kind of question.
Well, I remember a time when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl that you were pretty knowledgeable. At least
Yeah,
you knew.
a couple.
At least you knew that the NFL was football and not
yes,
hockey.
yes. And
Right?
see, I've kind of reverted back, but maybe I'll get
Yeah.
into it. I'm planning on watching it today.
Okay.
I like the games when they get in. I actually saw that Buffalo game last week.
Mm-hmm.
That was a heck of a game.
Yeah.
That was the first kickoff. They got the kickoff return for the.
I did not see that play,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But the whole game, it was kind of that kind of thing. It was really exciting to watch. And,
Mhm.
you felt, because of the the kid was hurt and all that kind of
Right,
stuff.
right.
They were rooting for him and all that. So, yeah, well, it promises to be. Now, what's his name from the one that everybody loves? And I'm so upset that he and his wife just aren't seeing eye to eye anymore. And
Brady
yeah, that really cool guy. What's he? Isn't he on Tampa Bay?
on Tampa Bay, they lost last week.
Right. Okay. Oh, that was from last week because you had.
Yeah, some of those scores.
Okay, yeah.
Those scores. Yeah.
Okay.
they
Well,
lost
I
last week.
thought they were done. Yeah. Well,
Dallas
I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. I'm not concerned at all that he's
Yeah.
not in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's not affecting my my day to day. So yeah, nice to hear.
All
that.
right, let's
Thanks,
move on
Thanks a lot,
to
Tom.
a,
Thank you very much.
yeah,
Giving us a
let's-
break.
Let's move on to. I'm going to remove that one so I don't go there again. Let's go to a castle in Canada that is for sale. Now, the only reason, folks, why I have this on for us today to look at is because I found it interesting that there is a large castle that is kind of like a scaled version of different historical buildings in England for sale in Canada.
Okay.
And we discovered it's on Prince Edward Island,
Right.
Built in 1962. And the price of this property is $275,000 Canadian,
Right.
which transfers or translates for us to $205,000 or thereabouts.
Right.
Okay. Which is, I think, a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Now, some people, I guess, might think that this is like a little bit over the top as far as what a home should be, but it has the big wall. This is all kind of scaled down version of like the Tower of London,
Right. Right.
and those types of places. There's even a moat. Yeah, and I think this moat over here, this whole property goes with it. Obviously, this one's under repair as well. It has towers. There has been work done on it, and I'm assuming it's all stone, like actual stone.
Yeah. Yeah. It does.
I
It
mean,
looks like.
that's it's pretty incredible. So there's some work that was done on the inside as well. I'm sure there's probably plenty more work that needs to be done.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet it's probably expensive to keep warm in the winter.
I would bet that too.
Looks pretty cool. I don't.
Yeah, would that be awesome to have something like that?
Yeah.
That would
With
be
all the mod con. Look at a nice jacuzzi in it.
yeah, it'd be a super cool,
Yeah.
Airbnb
Yeah.
place to, as kind of like a theme. But anyway, if you are interested in such a place, which I definitely am, but obviously that would just not work so well.
Commuting to work would be.
Commuting would be an issue. So that's
It's
at
about 15 hours away.
this came up on Facebook
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
yesterday, and I thought, that's a really cool place to share.
And they have great oysters up there. PEI oysters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
tiny
Yeah, that's a
salty-
great part of Canada,
Yeah,
right? Prince
yep,
Edward
yep,
Island. I mean,
yep.
it's not like you're way up in
the
the
maritime area, isn't that what they call it? Yeah.
yeah.
No,
It's,
it's not terrible.
it's not
Yeah,
like you're way up by the Arctic
No.
Circle or
I'm,
anything,
I'm sure it's still pretty chilly right now, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so
Cool.
let's
Very
move
nice.
on. Let's talk about. Let's just go right into this, Keith. Let's go into.
Now that I'm calmed down.
Yeah. So let's get back to your. Actually, let's do this. Let's get back to your. No, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. Your point earlier about breakfast, and then we'll get back to the best breakfast foods. So our family went out. The four of us went out
Mhm.
for breakfast. What was it, a couple days after?
It's going to be 5.
It
but
was going to
somebody
be 5.
Wasn't
Somebody-
feeling well because it.
Somebody canceled. But anyway, so we went to the Turning Point, which is I think that is that a chain?
Yeah,
Turning
small
Point?
chain.
It's
yeah.
a small chain. There's a few of them in this area. It's called the Turning Point Restaurant. I think they're pretty much just breakfast and are they breakfast and lunch?
Breakfast
or-
and lunch. Yeah, that's the
Breakfast
way
and lunch,
everybody
yeah.
is nowadays. We don't really want to get into it too much where we have to have actually cooked dinner, but if you
Right.
want something,
Well, you get there super early, and then you kind of are able to leave a little bit earlier in the afternoon, right?
yeah.
So
right. Yeah, you're right. If you work there, yep.
So we went to breakfast. We got the normal eggs and bacon. No, I got waffle.
Let's see what you got.
I got a
To come
waffle
up
and
with it.
bacon.
Okay.
Sophia got cinnamon roll pancakes. So there was like 3 of them, kind of in a cinnamon, and they were tasty, a little sweet.
Okay.
Caroline got chocolate chip pancakes, as she always does, and they were like just chocolate chips in the pancakes with chocolate syrup over top.
Does not sound good at all.
This is just, and she only ate half of them, of course. Stephanie got She got oatmeal pancakes.
Oh, wow.
And they were actually okay. They
I'm
certainly
surprised
were,
they didn't pay her to take them. Oatmeal
kind of like they're kind of like pancakes for horses. But anyway, um, anyway. So and then both girls got like an upscale coffee drink. Stephanie and I both got coffee.
That's
Okay.
it.
Now you would think
That's what did it.
paying for that, yeah, the upscale coffee drink,
Mhm.
yeah, they were like $5 a piece. That meal, that breakfast was the bill, and that was $76. Okay, we walked out of there paying $87 for breakfast with tip and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Wow.
$87.
And I
for
was just
breakfast.
looking last night at a real nice bar that we go to, Black Powder Tavern. It's up in it's an historic building up in Valley Forge, and they do brunch and all that kind of stuff. And I was looking at, they do omelets and quiches and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
You could have gone there, and I've never been there for brunch, but they're it's a really nice restaurant, like pub food kind of, really nice atmosphere and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go on a limit and say that's better food, and it wouldn't cost you any more. It might have been a little bit less for,
Yeah.
an actual restaurant that's making it to order kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Crazy.
I mean, the breakfast was okay. It was nothing to write home about. And yeah, so gone are the days where you go to breakfast and you treat the whole family for $10,
Oh, yeah.
$15, and you're out of there.
You
But
get the special 3 eggs and
Yes.
bacon for like $2.99.
right, yeah, man. But
Uh,
I told Stephanie, I said, I don't think we're going there again.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, it's where we usually go in the diner and meet.
Yeah.
They're okay, but they're not too expensive either. Breakfast is the easiest thing to make.
yeah, Mhm.
The easiest, and to get a decent breakfast, I can't remember last time I had a good breakfast
Right.
out.
yeah. The other part about it is it's hard to get a good cup of coffee.
Yes.
I can make much better coffee at home
Yeah.
than you can buy at
Yeah,
a restaurant.
yeah.
And I don't know, they buy like budget coffee and,
Mhm.
and you get it and you're like,
Yeah.
you're like excited for this, just nice warm
Yep,
cup of coffee.
yep.
And- all right. Let's move on,
Wow.
folks. Let's get back to some of recommended breakfast. And we have like the top 10.
Jay stopped by to say hi.
All right. Hey, thanks for stopping in, folks. Jay and Mr. Mateo. And
Mateo.
who else we have here? Yeah, Sophia and Linda. Sophia.
Yeah, it's
All
probably
right.
having us in Golanus. So yeah.
So let's talk about breakfast and recommended breakfasts and kind of where they stand nutritionally and all that good
Okay,
stuff.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
so let's
good.
get back to our screen share.
Mhm.
Let's see, we'll do this one here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the 12 best foods to eat in the morning. We continue to be, as a country, still a breakfast type person, and I'm a breakfast
Yeah, I
person.
like breakfast, yes.
I eat a bowl of cereal every single day of my life,
Mhm.
unless it's a special day, we all have pancakes or
Right.
something like that. But I generally eat a bowl of cereal every single day.
Mhm.
Probably not the best thing for me, but
Well, I don't know.
there's some nutritional value. I think the sugar count's probably high.
Well, what do you eat? I mean, I eat. I have in my cabinet now Captain Crunch, which is one of my
Right. Well,
favorites.
the sugar's probably not as high as that. I eat frosted mini wheats
I actually
and-
like them. Yes.
and life cereal, and I put them together.
Yes,
generally on a-
life's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of mix them together.
But I
Okay.
can't do stuff like the stuff that's good for you. The
Well,
old-
that's probably what we're going
you
to
have
talk
to go
about
to the
here.
doctors and have the procedure after that because you're all.
Yeah,
Never mind.
all right, yeah. Okay. So eggs make a simple nutritional breakfast choice. They're an excellent source of protein, which helps support muscle synthesis. Since protein takes a while to digest, it also keeps you feeling full. Furthermore, the egg, what I want to say in here, eggs are also one of the best sources of choline. Contrary to popular belief, I'm right down here, folks. Contrary to popular belief, eggs don't raise cholesterol levels in most people, despite their high cholesterol count. In fact, one review of 23 studies found that eggs have a mild protective effect against heart disease.
Wow.
Okay, so when you eat eggs, you're actually
for
doing
you.
yourself well.
Okay.
Now, what they did say is be careful to limit your sides when you're eating the eggs.
Yeah, oh.
The bacon, the
Right.
sausage, and all that stuff, because that's the stuff that's not.
Yes.
Not really
All
good
the-
for you.
The tasty, greasy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Greek yogurt.
Mm.
Greek yogurt is a great option if you're looking for a quick breakfast. It's made by straining how do you say that? Whey and
Whey,
other
yes. Mhm.
liquid milk curds, which produce a creamy product that's more concentrated in protein than regular yogurt. So I'm not a huge fan of Greek yogurt. I think we've had it, occasionally.
Well, I
but
tell you, if you've ever had it in Athens, Greece,
actual Greece.
Athens, yes, actually, like the heart
Actually
of
in Greece. Yeah,
yes, it is quite yummy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then
And
maybe
they
that's-
put well, you got to try it. And then there's some good Greek yogurt here. Just got to make sure it's all yogurt. There's so much, again, stuff that's simple that's got so many additives to it. So you find a good Greek yogurt, and they pour honey on it. And that's
Oh.
actually really
Okay.
good. Yeah, kind of takes the little bite out of it.
Right.
It's, yeah.
well, maybe
it's-
maybe Greek yogurt is something you can infuse into your diet here, right?
I hear you. I thought Johnny was watching the show. He's not interested in the show anymore now that he's big old 4.
Yeah. All right. Coffee
yes.
turns out to be fairly healthy for you. Aside from water, coffee is the world's most popular beverage. Okay. It's high in caffeine, a molecule that promotes alertness, improves mood, and increases physical and mental performance. Notably,
Oh.
many athletes drink coffee as a natural pre-workout beverage to raise sport performance. It also contains other beneficial compounds such as chlorogenic acid, caffeic acid, I think I said that right, and diterpenes, I don't know how to say that, folks, which have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. In fact, coffee intake is associated with many health benefits, such as lower risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, liver disease, Parkinson's, certain types of cancer, and even death from all causes. So it seems like every 6 months there's different reports that come out on coffee.
Yeah.
Almost kind of like alcohol.
You're right.
Yes, coffee is
Yes.
good for you. No, it's not good for you.
Right.
Drink this amount, don't drink that amount. So this said 1 to 3 cups is actually beneficial.
Yeah, and
of course I drink more than 3 cups a day, unfortunately, but
as we're getting older, things we can't drink or can't stomach as much. I don't drink. I love beer. I had 2 beers the other night. I felt it the entire next day.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably going to be a thing of the past soon. If I have to give up coffee, I'm not sure I can go on.
What is left?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. It's like, yes, it's a ritual in the morning, but yeah, there's really nothing better than a cup of coffee.
nice
And when
cup
you
of
can go
coffee,
out
yeah.
and get a good cup of coffee, which is rare, like you just said,
Right.
There's nothing better than a good cup
Yeah.
of coffee. So
Yeah, and you
it's good
can go to the change like Starbucks or something like
Yeah.
that and get a good cup of coffee. But if you do that every single, it's 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5 hours
they're
for
crazy
a cup of
expensive,
coffee. Yeah,
they are
ridiculous.
good. Starbucks is good. It's
Yeah.
just very expensive.
All right, now speaking of oatmeal is a classic breakfast option, and it has nutrition to boot.
Mhm.
Made from rolled steel. Okay, we know that. So apparently this keeps you feeling full. See, the soluble fiber not only helps reduce cholesterol levels, but also promotes feelings of fullness by delaying stomach emptying and triggering the release of peptide YY, a fullness hormone that may prevent overheating. You remember that, right?
I'm stuck on stomach emptying because every once in a while we really need our board, Joel.
All right, let's move on. So
let me say something.
Okay.
I eat a lot of oatmeal. The instant, the Quaker oats, they're like cranberry or whatever. I think they're great. You microwave them for 2 seconds. But I tell you, I eat it for that reason because it's supposed to fill you up. By the time I get to work, I'm hungry.
I have that same issue.
So I don't think it's any more
Right.
filling than a bowl of cereal.
Right, exactly, and that's why I
like it better.
Yeah,
but-
it's a nice warm,
right,
meal
warm,
and all
yeah.
that. But I completely agree.
I
I
don't-
have never been filled up as long.
Mm-mm.
Like I eat a whopping bowl of cereal in the morning, and
Yeah.
it takes me all the way through to like 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Yep.
1 o'clock, whenever.
Now,
But I completely
maybe-
agree.
Fully cooked. I haven't had fully cooked oatmeal since I had my house. So
Yeah,
maybe you end up eating more. Maybe that
Right.
sticks around a little bit longer. But just the instant.
yeah. I remember Mom saying that. Yeah, it'll stick to your stomach.
Yeah,
and it just
yeah.
never really
No,
did.
no.
In my opinion. All right, chia seeds. Chia. In fact, let's see, are nutritious and great source of fiber. In fact, just 1 ounce provides an impressive 10 grams of fiber per serving. So I don't really eat chia seeds.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, there's something that you can think about for breakfast. Let's move on. Let's not drag this out too long.
See, this is
Berries.
what the younger generation they get into these seeds and things that I don't know what they are. What's chia? I mean, I know if you put them on Obama's head, and
All of a
pour water,
sudden,
boom, you've got
yeah,
a
he
chia
has hair.
Obama.
Yeah, right.
Um,
All right, berries, including blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries, are delicious and packed with antioxidants. So I like berries too,
Mhm.
and we have them often. I just never eat berries. I never eat fruit for breakfast. I
no,
might have a banana or something like that, but
Yep.
once I get done that bowl of cereal,
yeah.
I just don't really want.
Well, in
anything
the
else.
spring, if I get fresh strawberries once a year,
Yep,
I put
there you
them
go.
on my
Sure,
cereal. They're
yeah.
delicious. And those things and I can't remember what they're called. Mom knew what they are. The wild raspberries,
Yeah,
but they're not really raspberries. She had a name for them, but anyway, they grow out back, and I'll get them a couple, and they're great on cereal. But I would never eat them just by themselves because that's not enough.
right. Yeah, it's
even
got to
with
be
yogurt or something, just not enough.
a bunch of different things going on there. Yeah.
So
All right, number 7, cottage cheese. Now, here's something else that I was never really a fan
Love
of. Cottage cheese, fantastic, high protein breakfast, packing an impressive 24 grams of protein per cup. So there's another thought for breakfast.
I love cottage. Actually, I have some in the fridge, but I never eat it. I eat it like a side for lunch or dinner.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
it's
not
good
like as your-
if you're having a salad with it or anything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've never had it for breakfast.
and you probably would not have a salad for breakfast. All right.
Right.
All right, number 8. I'm sorry, did I skip one? I skipped one here. Whole wheat toast with all sorts of stuff on top. Yeah, I'm okay with whole wheat toast, but again, I'm trying to save a little time here in the breakfast. In front. And
Yeah.
To me, that looks on a
fried-
Tuesday
on-
morning.
on,
That's just
it does look pretty good. Well, my problem with I just like plain old white bread, and they say that bleached stuff isn't actually good for you.
yeah.
But the whole grain's better. But
You're not up on that.
no, whole grain bread to me is oatmeal without the water in it. It's just
Mhm.
plain old
Yeah.
cardboard.
Yeah, well, yeah. So difference between whole wheat and whole grain.
Well, yeah. Well, whole wheat's kind of this. Well, yeah.
I think there's a
Yeah,
bit of
yeah,
a
there
difference.
is a
When I eat whole grain bread, it is
It's
kind of like
grains, yeah,
cardboard.
right,
Like,
yeah.
ugh. Whole wheat is what I eat. Well, that's all we buy.
We used to call it cracked wheat. Remember, Mom used to get. Maybe that's why I don't like it. I just growing up is like, can't we just have white bread, Mom?
Right.
Peanut butter and jelly on cracked wheat.
Yeah. All right. So
Uh,
nuts. Nuts are high in magnesium, potassium, and heart healthy monosaturated fat. They're also a great source of antioxidants. So having some nuts, you can have nuts with you all day
Yes,
long.
yeah.
Just,
Mhm.
So they're suggesting have some nuts in the morning, and then you could have some green tea, which is great. I've never had green tea.
I've had green tea. Yeah, I like plain old in the morning English breakfast. Actually, what I get is Roses. It's a Scottish guy, customer of mine,
yeah.
turned me on to. It's made in Canada, but it is very close to an English breakfast tea, and it's a little bit of milk in it. I can drink that all day. And for some reason, they say it's caffeine in it, but that I can drink tea and then go to bed.
And
If I have a
doesn't
cup of
affect it.
coffee, go to bed up
It's
all
a lot
night.
different, yeah.
So it's got to be a different kind of caffeine. I
All
love
right,
tea.
and then protein shakes. If you're short on time and want to make your breakfast on the go, protein shakes or smoothies are a great option. Now, I would say it would take more time and mess to create a protein
Yes,
shake
and-
in my house than a bowl of cereal.
And I, a lot of these options are bringing back some very bad memories for me. I just have to leave it at that.
All right, last one, fruit.
Too much protein packed into a glass is just not good for everybody. I'm just saying.
Fruit. If you don't want a full meal but still crave a bite to eat in the morning, try fruit. And I'll agree with that. Again, I typically don't eat too much fruit in the morning. I might grab a banana. I'll have my clementine at lunchtime. I'll take 2 of them. I'll have my apple. I'll have another banana after school.
Yeah, I think
But-
Linda gave me it. Is that the little guys? They are
Yeah.
great.
They
They
are.
peel easily,
Yep.
and it's enough just
Yep.
for a snack, and they are really good. I mean, I love a good orange, but sometimes it's too much and it's hard to peel and all that stuff.
I agree with you right
Yeah,
there.
clementines,
Clementine, I'll take clementines to school, eat them, no problem.
Yeah.
The orange I eat at home, and I have to cut it up.
Right,
Because I'm
yes.
a little bit wimpy on that front. I don't
Yeah.
like having the orange peel under my thumb
No.
for the rest of the
Mhm.
day. It's all sore and all
Yeah.
that. All right, folks. So that is our recommendation for great breakfast foods. You got some
Oh,
improvisatory.
where is Scrapple on the? Come on.
Oh, Scrapple,
my
yes.
goodness.
But
Holy
that's,
cow.
I don't think
we're
Scrapple-
like in the heart of Scrapple. No, that's
I don't
it.
think Scrapple made the
Scrapple
healthy
is the
list.
best food on the planet. Thanks. So that's yes.
That's a great food. Go around, sweep up the
yeah.
floor of all the
That's
toppings.
basically
So let's
it.
put it together and sell it as Scrapple. It
I
is
was
pretty
short
tasty.
story here. When I was in my Johnny Cash band, we did actually in Milton, Delaware. That's where Dogfish Head is.
Mhm.
Little tiny, the actual. Well, we were there, and it's the little town itself
Yeah,
is right next to. And there's a little. I think the Broadkill River comes in there or something like that. But anyway, we did a show when I was in Johnny Cash band, and the guy that set the Park and Recs guy that set it up was very not. He sounded like the cable guy. Remember the cable guy, Larry the cable guy?
Yes.
I guess he was born down there. And he
Right,
just-
right. Knew the
But
area
anyway, they used to make Scrapple there, and whatever building it was, he's like that. It's right where the river, little park comes in, and they used to throw all the scraps from the Scrapple in there
Oh my gosh.
in the water. And he said there's carp that are just like gigantic that are just living in because they would just
Oh my
feed off
gosh,
of that
really?
stuff.
Wow.
It's
That's pretty crazy.
yeah. So stuff that's not suitable for Scrapple, they would just dump in the river.
Yeah,
there,
that's
and-
got to be.
and the carp would eat it up.
Yeah.
Carp were like the cockroaches of the water world.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
All right, folks, if you're getting
Scrapple.
anything out of our show today, like or smack the like button, love the love button, give us a share, a shout out.
we could probably do
comment.
a whole show on Scrapple.
We could. I'm gonna
Kinda
put that
cool.
on my list.
Yeah, I
we'll do
think-
that.
yeah.
We'll do a like a breakfast.
Maybe a taste. Yeah, we could do
Oh.
a couple of different brands.
Yeah, we can break out the old Bunsen.
Yes. Okay. All right. You can look for that, kids, in the future.
All right.
All right. What else we got?
Moving
going
on. We have a few more minutes on our show here today. Thanks, guys, for jumping on there. Joy, good to see you today. So let's do trivia. I'm sorry, we don't have trivia today.
Right.
But we do have fact slides. So we're getting back to fact slides. We haven't done these for a couple of years. The trivia site that I normally use, I'm still kind of figuring out how that works, and we'll get back to that because I think it will work. I just want to make sure I know what I'm doing when I get on that site. So today's facts are all Russian related.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of popped up this morning, and it's not what I had planned from last night. It's strange. They kind of like change overnight, whatever. But I thought, okay, so we're all kind of down on Russia. And I have to say, do you remember the group that came to sing at our church, Lyra, I think?
Yes. Yeah. They were Russian.
So they
yeah.
were from Russian, and they are just great people. I mean, that group, and I'm pretty sure that group is representative of the folks who live in Russia. So
yeah.
I don't want to go off on this whole thing
Right,
about
yes.
the Russian, whatever. But I thought, yeah, all right, let's do this.
And there's a lot of Russian sports people in
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, let's do for whatever reason, I don't know why, let's do a little bit of trivia on Russia. So let's get this here and let's
I'm just going to go out
that
on a limb while you're pulling this up. I think, and I don't want to be, that's not racist. It's
nationalist or
national. Yes. When you have a beautiful little baby, what do they come out like 8-9 pounds, something like that, and you say, I'm going to call this beautiful little thing Vladimir. That is what happens.
That's right.
Joey, what the hell's wrong? Joey Putin, he'd be the nicest guy on the planet.
Exactly. Right.
Vladimir, I'd be mad too. Come on, parents. Holy cow.
Okay, 77% of Russia is made up of Siberia. That's very interesting. Now, of course, these are all fact slides. I haven't checked to verify any of this. So a little bit of good research, but
Russia's pretty north, and that's
no, I agree that it's probably spot on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, each Russian consumes 18 liters of alcohol per year, doubling what experts consider dangerous. So that's almost 5 gallons of alcohol a year. That's, I mean, every single Russian. I mean, I guess that's taken into account like children and all that who I'm assuming don't drink alcohol
or as much. Yeah.
Right. But I'm assuming that means everybody else is drinking.
Getting back
more
to
than
baby
that.
Vlad, he's already
right.
mad. He's drinking.
All right. In Russia, there are 9 million more women than men. See, I thought you would like this.
Maybe I'll. Yeah, she definitely looks Russian.
I know. There are over 500,000 alcohol-related deaths in Russia each year. Yeah, that is that's just horrible. In Russia, it's now illegal to tell kids gay people exist. I found that very interesting. So I don't know when this happened, but it is apparently very recent that this is new. Okay,
Wow.
let's do
is illegal.
2 more here.
Okay.
A Russian woman in the 1700s gave birth to 16 pairs of twins. All right, I wanted to do this math. 16 pairs, so that's 32, right?
What's waiting for you to...
32.
Okay.
7 sets of triplets, that's 21, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And 4 sets of quadruplets, that's 16.
Wow.
Right? All right. So how many folks did this one lady offspring here? So 2 and 1, 3, 9. 3 and 3 is 6.
I'd say that's
69?
that's the population of Siberia. I
Is
think.
that 69?
Holy?
Whoa. That's something that's worth
I'm not-
researching.
yeah.
You know,
Is that possible?
I don't know. All right, last one. This one's kind of funny. 1908, the Imperial Russian Olympic team arrived in London 12 days too late for the games because they were not using the Gregorian calendar yet. So bravo. Bravo.
That is
Now, why do I
awesome.
keep going back to this? I'm going to close that out.
That is
Kind of
hilarious.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
That
right? So
is-
that's our Russian trivia for today.
What?
The
This
Russian
this is a calendar, huh? It's what? It's the middle of Blumta. Oh, it's Blumta the second.
Oh, too funny.
Wow.
All right, let's
that
do
is
some
hilarious.
jokes.
Yeah. Okay,
We'll do
well,
some jokes and we're going to be done, folks.
Yeah, well, actually, this
Okay.
wow.
So let's see. Our jokes are these are new jokes. It's still out of the Jokepedia. The Jokepedia
okay,
is
good.
still
Well,
kind of
it's-
going.
You know, it
strong
never
here.
really goes out of style. The joke.
You know what? I really had to sift through though because we're kind of running out of jokes to do, and there's some of them that are just just not
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
and-
Oh, I had a good joke. Maybe I can remember it. Oh.
Go ahead. You kick it off here.
I went to the doctor's last week, and I was complaining that I told him that I was having bad dreams dreams that I was a muffler, and he's like, "Well, what are you telling me this for?" I was like, "Yo, I have dreams every night that I'm a muffler, and I wake up and I'm exhausted."
Nice.
Now, why?
Very good.
How come
Very
when
good.
I hear these jokes, they're funny, and then when I repeat them, they're like, "What?"
Come on, I laughed. I mean,
Oh,
I did not force that laugh out.
Okay. I thought it was a pretty good one. I was like, "Hey, we can do
All
that on
right.
the show."
What do you call a person who puts poison in someone's cornflakes? A serial killer.
Oh, okay. Yes.
What can you find between Godzilla's toes?
What?
Slow runners.
Oh, slow runners. Okay.
What kind of monster loves to dance?
What?
The boogeyman.
Oh,
What is the largest building in Transylvania?
What?
The Vampire State Building.
Oh, okay. Nice. Woo-hoo.
Yay. Jokepedia
Wow,
comes
very
through again. You can tell most of those jokes around the dinner table with your
Yes.
children.
Yes.
I
It's
was
always a
maybe
good
editing.
joke that you can tell everybody is a
Yeah.
very good joke.
Yeah. All right. I think we're ready to go here, folks. Yeah.
Very
You have a
good.
little work to do today.
Yes, I actually, the frame shop is not completely dead. I will tell you this because now I'm pretty sure my friend isn't watching the show. I've been corresponding with a customer on my cell phone. I've been giving my customers lately my cell phone number because I get so many messages on my regular shop phone that I can't answer them all. A lot of them are from out of state it's just not. So I can either frame pictures or I can listen to my messages. So I'm
Right,
around and
right.
frame. So anyway, this guy texts me and usually they don't say who they are, but I can put their number into my database and then
Right.
it comes up with who they are. It's like, Mr. Jones or whatever. Couldn't come up with this guy's name. I'm like, son of a gun. He's like, I want to send you, if I just send you pictures from where I get them, instead of bringing them in, He
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it from
just have it
Australia. or
shipped
something
straight
like
here,
that.
yeah.
right. Can you frame him? I said, yeah, that's fine. So I got him, and it was around October, and that's when I was kind of busy at my other job, and so probably couldn't do it by Christmas. No, it doesn't matter, whatever, blah blah blah. So, are you going to come in? It's like, no, he wasn't going to come in, and then he sent me a picture of kind of what he wanted, and so anyway, we finally get him done, and his sister's going to pick him up, and I'm thinking, man, this is sounding so weird. Normally I'll give somebody a price of something before I do it, or and
Sure.
and they're expensive because they're big, 3 of them, and it just seems like, man, I hope I don't get stuck with these things. And it turns out this guy, and then today he gives me his credit card number. I called him once and he left a message. He was probably working. So I look up his number, and it's a guy I used to work with at the liquor store who had moved out of the area. And I had his phone. He was a really nice guy, real nice guy. And every once in a while, his sister used to live in Downingtown. She came and got something for him once. And so anyway, I looked, he gives me his name and his credit card number. So I put it into my framing database, and it comes up with this, the number that I had on my phone, which is not the number he's been texting.
Right,
he got
right,
another
yeah.
number, and I finally figured it out. So after months and months, so, it's like, do I call the guy and say, hey, this is the craziest thing. I had no idea who I was dealing with. Or do I say, thanks, John, let it go? Or, yeah, I wouldn't mind catching up with him, saying
Sure.
hi or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think I'll have to call him after the, my goodness. Kids stay in school, get a regular day. I work at the liquor store and I don't make a whole lot of money, but I get a check every 2 weeks. I don't worry about the guy. Oh my gosh, that guy that picked up his bottle of Vladimir. Did I say thank you, or did I say see you next week? Oh my goodness sakes.
Folks, we were missing our little iPad today. I would have had.
Yeah. Yeah. You just show a picture of a clock on.
We have to be done
yes.
today,
Yeah, I hope
folks.
we're
All
done.
right. So
Hey,
thank
other
you
than
for joining us today. If you didn't get to see the whole show, you can always check the replay. It'll be up on Facebook and YouTube, of course. And we'll see you hopefully, if not next week, we'll see you in another week after that. We're going to do our best to be a bit regular.
And we can guarantee, we were talking about some of these people have 9,000 billion viewers, and they've got sponsors and all, and they got to stop in the middle of the show. You're never going to get that with
Never
us.
going to get an advertisement.
Oh, no way.
Because of us, I'll tell you that. Now, YouTube might throw advertisements up. That has nothing to do with
right.
us.
But our strictly no. I mean, this is it's all for you guys. So thanks for stopping by. Remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. We will see you on the next Smack and Jack Live.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.
All
Have
right.
a great week.
Thanks.
Smack that in the face. Jack up your knees. Smack that in the face. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Smack that in the face. Jack up your knees. Smack that in the face. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Smack that in the face. Jack up your income. Smack that in the face.